Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. We are Saturday the 25th of January 2025 and looking at these number 57 Manhunter kits. This is Sobek, which is obviously an Egyptian style cybernetic robot, I don't know, alligator. Looks pretty cool. We have had an Egyptian one before, an Isis, an Isis one, which was a bit hit and mix, you know, but number 57, this brand is my favorite kit brand. They keep changing from Creative Field to, what's the other one? I forget, began with a K. Chemo? I can't remember. Now it looks like it's Morai's Hobby. Looks pretty cool in the box. Looks really, really good there. See, the mouth can open and you get an alternate head colour, hence I've got two. If it's really good, I might buy another. Be interesting to see how it scales with the other stuff and how it scales with 118 scale. Obviously, it'd be small for a 118 alligator, but as an alligator bipedal creature, it could be pretty cool. Or maybe it's three heads. Closed, open, and the sort of albino version. Or maybe that has a jaw, not sure, we'll have a look. Very cool. A quick look inside the box, and then I'm going to make it off camera because I'll watch a few TV shows. I might finish it tomorrow because there's a subtitled TV show. I'm watching Squid Game Season 2, the last couple of episodes. The weapon's big, the shield's big, which makes you think it's me quite a tall figure. Heads are there. Yeah, it could scale quite well. My beloved 118 scale, we will see. If you're not done so already, consider joining the Patreon, link in the top right of the screen now. Get to see all the videos before they publish on YouTube, exclusive content from time to time, and prize draws too. One happening next month, February 2025. Very, very cool. And the Patreon is free for 7 days if you want to check it out. No obligation to pay to join. Okay, I'm going to go off camera and make these, and I'll be back in an instant for you guys with the first look. So stay tuned. Okay, and I finished both my kits. Quite an enjoyable build. I did go wrong on both of them doing that backpack thing here, but fortunately they gave you two spare pegs, which was per kit, which was good. So I had to drill out a peg on one side at the same side on each one. So oh, why did I go wrong twice? But you know, other than that, I didn't go wrong. Relatively easy builds, nothing too difficult. Time, you want to give yourself probably around about 2 hours. If you're watching a movie, around 2 hours or 2.5 hours. If you're not, it'll be a quicker, maybe hour 15, hour and a half, depending. Obviously the second one's quicker than the first because it's an experience of what you're doing. But very cool. They do come with a bunch of accessories, all of which they've got on them. But I have got one of these swords separate here. So have a look at that here. That is big. That will work with 118 scale quite happily. Even your 112 scale, that will work with. That's rather menacing. Very cool indeed. Let's bring him in for a close look. Please consider joining the Patreon. Link in the top right of the screen now. You're going to see all the videos before they're published on YouTube, exclusive content from time to time, and prize draws from time to time too. So you see I've got two different heads on them there. There's a third head, which is like this one, but the mouth closed. But let's bring him in to get a close look. Hardcore on the Egyptian or ancient Egyptian aesthetic there. And this part, this silver part comes off. That's what he's holding there. And this part here can come off as well. This shield's just connected by a peg. And these parts, it's just got a gap because it's got an actual joint there. This is probably one of their best looking kits once assembled. I mean, the paint job on those painted heads is amazing. You do get unpainted heads as well. Just the colours work so well. And here's the other one, which is, this one's an alligator, this one's a crocodile. So this is like an albino alligator. I'm sure you guys know how to tell if you don't. It's because the snout is wider for an alligator. It does look good. You can take these off as individual weapons. I'm not sure if you're going to hold this. I didn't really try, but very cool. So basically you build the torso and head. Then you do the tail, arms, and crutch and legs, or waist and legs to finish. And this is also articulated as well. They've got little slots in their hands, and there's little rectangle pegs on the weapons, or I'm telling you like the way around. There are pegs on the hand and slots in the weapons. So if you look at this one here, the handle, this is a small slot there for the peg to go into. So do hold things quite nicely indeed. Okay, articulation. I use the alligator once it's there. I'll get this sword out if I can. There you go. So this accessory here, we can go this way, we can go that way, and these fold as well, like that. Very nice, and I can just slot on his back over the same peg that this part is on here, just on there. This you can take off, and these not really meant to move, but you can move, and just be careful don't snap them. But they're quite rigid. But these you take off, and these are extra weapons you can hold again. I'll keep these off for now. On to him. Now this head was the most difficult one to get on without it popping off, so you need to be careful with this. You've got a turn, small back, well, quite a good backwards, and you've got a forwards. You can see the peg underneath, and there should be a small roll. There we go. Then you've got articulation on the armor here. Shoulders, arms are all the way around, as you'd expect. You should have a... No, don't take it. Don't come off. No, that's so hard to get back on. Nah. Is that on? Nearly. I'm saying you should have a shoulder roll because there's a peg there. Small shoulder roll. There we go. You've got articulation on the pauldrons, but it's quite limited how far it goes. So you're not getting super far on the lateral raise, unfortunately. This one is again. This one is slightly more because you can see it's popped off the pauldron. I need to get that on again. These pauldrons are actually quite difficult to get on. Got to snap into place over lots of things. I've got the shield. Let me take the shield off first. Well, we should like now we can see the shoulder roll up and down, forwards, backwards, and without that, it gets over flat. Bicep bends to 90 degrees. You can pivot from there. You can pivot from there. Hand will turn, and you can got a joint on the thumb, just a ball joint at the base. You can see there, which doesn't really help it grip. It up and down mainly, small forwards, backwards, and the fingers. You've got a waist turn, forwards, backwards, side to side. You've also got a trunk separate, but that's quite limited by the back armor. You can see there. Tail, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections, all of which can articulate. So you can go from straight down to coming up. You can go side to side. You can turn if you want. This does tend to pop out, as you can see. So you've got to make sure it's in properly. Hips, pretty much a full split. You do have articulation on the little belt part there. Forwards will be pretty good. Backwards, not so much, but still pretty good combined. You can twist from the thigh. You have a single kneecap, and you're going to get around 90 degrees. You've got toe articulation, and the foot's on the ball, so you've got forwards, backwards. You can turn, and you can pivot as well. So articulation is pretty decent all around. Just the shoulders are the worst, which I quite quickly tried putting this back on, but off camera I've got a better angle for my self. This is actually quite hard to put on when you're actually building it as well, not just now, because the shoulder part keeps moving around as you're trying to do it, so it moves it off its own sort of angle, its own setting. Go focus on that guy while we're waiting. Okay, it's better. I've sort of had to take it off and take it apart and put it back on again, build it around the clip, and that's on. Okay, so that's the articulation, which is not bad. I mean, it's such a fantastic looking figure. We'll do size and a comparison, see how it scales with some other things. I put that shield back in, I think. I do like that shield. I'll keep his backpack stuck off. I think so. Here are the two I've got there, the crocodile and the alligator. So in terms of size, they're the same size, just that the pose slightly differently. I'm standing up nicely first. The joints are nice and tight, I have to say, on these, unlike some of the other ones I've done previously. So he's looking at about 9 cm. Around about 9 cm, I'm going to say. So around about 3, well actually, let me go to the front, be easier. Yeah, around 9 cm. So in inches for you, that's about, what, 3.5 inches approximately. So we can do some comparisons. The first and obvious comparisons compared to the Isis, sort of Egyptian industrial puppet they did, which is not a great kit in my opinion. I mean, got some great accessories. The throne is a great accessory. Here she is. She is super annoying because things keep popping off. And it was hard to put a lot of the things. I see something just broke. Ah! Something just popped off again then while I'm trying to get her out here. Which really does wind me up, I have to say. I mean, I love their kits, but for me, this is one of the worst kits that they've done. It was just so annoying. Okay, that seems to be on. Let's get this part on. Now, bear in mind, she is the 124 scale, and so are these kits. But she's the sort of closest matching aesthetics. Oh, that head dress dropped off again for aesthetic, because she's like Egyptian themed as well. You can tell by the throne, but will that stay in for me? Probably not. So that they are considerably more chunky. I don't think they work that well because the yellow compared to the gold. If she had gold too, I think they look really quite good together. I guess it does work. The aesthetic does match. You see there. But these guys are the Manhunter series, which is different to the Industrial Puppet. So what I'll do is I will move this one over there, and I'll use one of the R fossil builds. That's the dinosaur ones. Who are really nice. Got a few issues, but they are really nice builds. Let's get this one standing next to them. These ones, it's got a loose head, this one. And this one's missing armour for the chest and whatnot. But you get an idea of how they scale with the R fossil types. And then lastly, obviously, because it's a 118 channel, I do 118 scale. I'll use Sigurd the Survivor. Boss Flash Studio Sigurd the Wanderer figure, who I think is great and used in so many of my videos. Now he's proper 118, he'll fit on the side there. You see that actually they could work in a 118 scale universe, but I think they look a bit weird. Now what's nice is you get 3 heads in one box. You got, as I lie, you actually get 6 heads, 3 painted, 3 unpainted. So you do get lots of stuff you can use for customs as well. The heads have like a hollow on the top. That's where this gold thing goes. You get 2 of these. So if you buy one, you do get a spare gold thing, which you can use, gold cap, which you can use for on your head you want to use in a custom. Nice kits, enjoyable build. Right, buy another one. Yeah, I really like this a lot, but I won't. I've got like 5 of these sort of armoured tortoise turtle things, I think, or 6 on pre-order, so I'm hoping they get released soon. I can start building them, but this is a decent kit. I enjoyed it. It's a nice kit, it's a good release. Not the best they've done. Best looking they've done, I think, because of the colours, where it pops. But that's just an opinion. You might agree, you might disagree. You can let me know what you think. Okay, I'll see you next video, guys. Stay happy, keep collecting, and again, please remember to check out the Patreon. Give that a little glance, a look over. There's a link in the video description, and there's a link earlier on in the video when I mentioned Patreon before as well. Okay, guys. See you soon. Stay happy. Keep collecting. Bye-bye.